People are asking, okay, Eminem experts advise Anwar on economy. What about Nur Izzah's role? She's senior advisor on finance and economy. So people still harping on this issue. Now, the point is, what about tu? That will be explained and revealed later on lah. Sekarang ni, what Anwar has declared, her job is to look in the tadbir urus, in the administration of tenders. But you see a lot of TikToks flying around of the walaun Perikatan Nasional saying that PM appoint his own daughter to manage tenders. This is an oxymoron. Stupid. Because PM did not say Nurul Izzah is managing tenders. Nurul Izzah is to look into the administration of tenders. Maknanya, how are tenders being managed, how are contracts being managed, to look into it whether it is done properly, whether it is done without the risks or the occurrences of corruption, of kickbacks, of bad governance. That is what Nurul Izzah is tasked to do. Now, I'm working with the GLC. Today, this morning, we, GLC, got an urgent letter from SPRM asking all the departments, including finance, including procurement, to detail how certain contracts are procured, how whether it was negotiated tender, whether government assistance was sought or government instructions were received. All these things, the company secretary also have to provide this information. So now, what is happening? This did not happen before this. Why are GLCs asked to explain that? So can you see all these things are happening? Now, I suspect that this is also the initiative under Nurul Izzah. Nurul Izzah is suggesting this, and PM's office has instructed. PM's office is also Minister's office, Minister of Finance punya office, also instructed that this thing be done. They are gathering information, then they are going to scan, they're going to analyze, they're going to dig, dive and see all the wrongdoings or anything that's peculiar in the contract procurements, in the tendering. So this is a big role, a big task for Nurul Izzah. Nurul Izzah have got to look into so many things. You know how many contracts that is awarded on a daily basis to all kinds of contractors and vendors. How things are done, and what kind of kickbacks are being given back. These are the things that Anwar Ibrahim wants to plug, because he is fed up with corruption and he trusts his daughter to give him this information, because there's nobody he trusts more to take a look at this, because any other person can be bought. Because when people are getting ill-gotten gains, when there's a syndicate, this syndicate are prepared to pay anyone who's inspecting a lot of money to shut them up or to give wrong information to the authorities. This is what people fail to understand, and the Prime Minister has his prerogative to appoint whomsoever that he trusts. He trusts his daughter. His daughter is doing it for pro bono. People say it's not an excuse because it's still nepotism. Well, guess what? Daughter also doesn't have any powers. Daughter also doesn't have any authority to command anybody anything. She is just advising and helping her father. And this help is what the nation need most. We need to get down to things, and therefore do not question the role of Nurul Izzah, because the other Eminem experts are not doing this. They are doing other things. Everybody has got their own respective task. There is no overlap. There is in fact gaps. Siapa lagi nak tolong pro bono yang ada expertise, feel certain area must be looked at, please write to the Prime Minister's office, write to Anwar Ibrahim, offer yourself pro bono if you really care for this nation, and if you already have the means, you can also help the government. Anwar Ibrahim will be more than happy to appoint some more experts pro bono. It doesn't cost the right any money. What harm is there? What's wrong with taking as much help from the rakyat to help the country, the ailing economy that we are enduring? What is wrong with that? So Tak payah nak komplain, oh Nur Izzah ambil kerja siapa. Tak payah. You nak kerja apa lagi? What is it that you want to do? Pro bono, you offer. I guarantee lah, Ministry of Finance will take it if they feel you are fit and whatever you are proposing to do is required by the government. They can't think of everything. So instead of being destructive, toxic, complain about all kinds of things, why don't you be constructive? Why don't you suggest government should look into this as well? Is there anybody looking into this? If somebody is not looking into this is a serious thing for the country. I have the expertise for it. I want to offer my expertise pro bono to the government. Will the government consider I'm prepared to come for an interview to show what I want to do and what my plans are and what my credentials and qualifications are? Do that. This is more constructive to do something about the country. What I cannot stand is that, there are a bunch of people, namely the leaders or whoever that is actually doing things to repair the country, to rehabilitate the country, to rejuvenate our economy and our country. But we have these armchair critics that's just throwing stones into the works, and this is not okay, this is nepotism, this is a corruption, this is double standards. You ask the people who's doing work for the country to have to explain, to stop their work, to explain to you so that you are appeased, and still you're not appeased, you find some more things. This is destructive. Be constructive, Malaysians. Be constructive and do what needs to be done. I already explained what Nurul Izzah's job is likely to be when she is to look at the administration of tender, the good governance of tenders and contracts. She is not managing those contracts. I repeat, she is not managing, she is not awarding the tenders. Dia bukan jaga tender. So that stupidity, that oxymoron must stop. Orang tak bodoh, and I think I need to clarify supaya kalau yang ada yang bodoh pun will be duly enlightened. Nurul Izzah is not managing contracts. Nurul Izzah is not managing tenders. She is looking at the governance, at the procedures, at the the framework on how tenders are being managed, and if something is not right, her job is to advise the finance minister, which is her father, that certain things are not okay, and if the information is conclusive and they decide what is the way forward, changes will be instituted. This has begun to happen. Working in a GRC, I see certain things now being done by the government, various instructions coming from the MOF. By the way, those instructions are not signed by Nurul Izzah. Please understand that. It's by other officers, senior officers there, and therefore tak payahlah tuduh Nurul Izzah bukan-bukan. That is totally unfair and misplaced. Assalamualaikum.
Do not forget to click like and leave a comment and share this video with your friends if you enjoy it.